Hi, Gareth here from Port Monkeys, and today we're on the Viking Orion cruise ship. I'm right now on deck 1 in what would they call the Viking living room. Got some nice chairs, book exchange, map of where we're at, which is at the tip of the Aleutian Islands. We're crossing the Pacific Ocean right now. We're going to start our tour down on deck A. The ship is laid out, decks 1 through 9 going up, and then below us, because we're on deck 1, is deck A. We're down on deck A, the bottom of a stairway, and right around the corner is the medical center. Now it's going to be closed this morning, I would imagine. Doesn't open till 8, which of course is in just a few minutes. But it looks like that. So that's the medical center, and that's the only thing you're going to get to on deck A. All the elevator lobbies, elevator shafts, and stair towers look identical on this ship. There's only two, forward, which is where we are, and aft. They all have that. So that's an A. The rest are all going to be numbers. So let's go up to deck 1. Now we're on deck 1. Deck 1 has these things. These are on all the decks. The temperature is 54, it's 7:37, August 25th. We're forward deck 1. You'll notice that decks 3, 4, 5, and 6 only have staterooms, except for 3 is the top of the atrium. So we're not going to go through those 3 decks. But as we go out here to the starboard side, this is the spa and the fitness center. So they have towels for you to use. They have it's hard to read, but they have a men's side and a women's side here. This is the men's side. I hope. But there's a little man there. So. Not sure what part of it this is. More couches. Lockers. This is the thermal suites or whatever. Some showers. Hot tub, sauna with a temperature gauge, bucket of water to throw on the rocks. Me again. Dead end. Let's go around this way. So this is the, whatever that says. See the flames? Supposedly they have a hot and a cold. A bucket of water you can dump on your head. Bathroom. This must be a steam room. Oh, it's steamy. And those are the tile beds. And then this is the ice room. And that's actually snow. And it's actually cold in here. Hard to breathe cold. Snow grotto.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to advise you that once we
more showers
set sail at approximately 6 o'clock this evening, we are required to anchor and offload garbage to a barge.
Cool.
Department here in Gilbert will be doing that. And it will take approximately an hour and a half or so. And once that is completed, we'll be on our way to catch
And some water. So the captain's making an announcement. This is an exit. So I'm going to go back across this way. There's the planes. See them?
Viking Orion, we wish you a wonderful first evening on board.
But that's the spa. More treatment rooms just like the other one. The showers. Wallpaper of forest. Hydrofacial. And some other equipment. Bizarre stuff. And I'm going to stop there with the spa. Hi. The exercise room has some kind of strange machines in it. Of course, this is the desk for the spa. That was the elevator and stairs. It's a long fitness room with some free weights here, but it's just weird. And then a hair salon. And then here's one of the two stores. And this one is mostly perfume. With some watches. And a little bit of jewelry. I see some headphones and speakers in the back there. Which brings us back to where we started, the living room. This is the general manager's office. So here's the living room, they call it. And right here, this is what you might know as the internet cafe. We have free internet. Comes with the price of the cruise for 24/7. So you can sit here and use these computers and get online for free. Over here is guest services. Have maps of the ship, some crossword puzzles, Sudokus, things like this. You might know this as the purser's desk if you've been cruising a long time, or guest services. Now it looks a little different than on most ships because it's just people sitting at desks, and when you walk over here they try to help you. And they do a good job. More chairs, more tables, more guest services desks. More tables. Now we're kind of in the bar area. There'll be a guy here playing piano every afternoon, or two people sitting here playing violins. We're now in the Atrium. So there's deck 2 and there's deck 3. We have these, or that, which is really a television screen, so that's going to change in a minute and have some other picture on it. To that. So this is the bar in the living room.
Yeah, that's me. I'm in
Yes, they're all in here now. This is where we get off the ship sometimes, depending on which side is the port side at that time. And this is Manfredi's Italian restaurant. Ate here last night. It's really good, especially that. But that's just getting steak in an Italian restaurant, so sat right there one night. And this is all the bigger it is. And it's a specialty restaurant, but on Viking, it's included. You don't pay extra for the specialty restaurant. You do have to make reservations. but it doesn't cost any extra to eat in here. You could eat in here every night. So that was Manfredi's Italian restaurant. Now we're on the starboard side. If we cross over to port here at the aft stair tower, now the elevators are on the other side of this wall. For some reason aft they're separated a little bit. We get the chef's table. The chef table. They have prefix culinary creations. So every 3 days the menu changes, but everyone eating in here eats the same menu. And they're having a meeting over there, so I'm not going to go in there. But it's 5 courses paired with wine. And wine and beer are included of the price of your cruise. So you get a different wine selection with each course. And some of them look like that. In fact, that's the one they're doing right now. And that's pretty much deck 1. The ship is full of art. And you know who did it? Edward Munch. And this is an app you download and you can listen to it and it'll tell you about this painting or these paintings. Also by Edvard Munch. And here's our captain, general manager, chief engineer, our officers, mostly our officers. So we're going to go on up to deck 2. And I'm going to go by way of these steps. So we're back in the atrium, Viking bar, Viking living room. We play cornhole on these steps against the officers on sea days. We'll be doing it again today. The officers so far have beaten us every time.
So this is the beanbag challenge. Yay! Janet got one in.
Notice how that changed. Right here is the future cruise consultant. Right? And this is a model of this ship, Viking Orion. Just so you know, our cabin is the second one in there. The first one is a suite. We're the second one in there. So this area on deck 2 is simply called the Atrium. And they've got games and puzzles for you to play. Some Scrabble. Here's the puzzle everyone's been working on for the whole cruise so far. And I guess it's almost done except for the blue and pink sky. More artwork. More artwork. Elevators, which means around here are stairs. And they are. So we're on deck 2. And this brings us to the restaurant. It's just simply called the restaurant. This is the main dining room. This is the person in charge here. She's very helpful.
Thank you, it was my pleasure.
Now we're gonna be in a Port Monkeys.
That's right.
Vlog. Excellent.
Yes,
You are.
Yes,
It was our pleasure.
Port
and-
Monkeys.
Yes.
But this is what the main dining room looks like, and it actually wraps all the way around the back of the ship over to where we're opposite to where we're standing right now. So it's huge. And they're set up for breakfast, so they have a selection of jams and jellies. See, it goes on. And it would go all the way around the back of the ship. It has its own bar. And come out here. But they have those doors closed, so I'm not going to try to go through them. Looking out, it's morning, but it's gray and overcast out there. Like I say, we're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. These stairs lead to I don't know where. Oh, the other two restaurants. If you want to go that way. I don't know why you would. But they're gearing up for breakfast, although, where is everybody?
Morning.
Hi. Bye. So we're back to the aft elevator lobby. That, of course, in the restaurant was the back of the ship, way back there. More art. They have these handy signs with maps everywhere. I'm actually looking at one. This area is called Viking Heritage. And I don't think it's about the cruise line. It's about Vikings specifically. Yeah. We're on the starboard side now. I think I might have called that starboard over there. That picture's changed again. We're heading forward, but I want to stop and show you these tables. You can look at pictures, videos, play games, map, and the ship. That's where we're at. Left Kodiak, went to Dutch Harbor.
Slider match, 15, backgammon, blackjack, checkers, chess, memory.
Anyway, let's move on this way. That's a giant photograph made into tiles. Here's another shop. And this is just jewelry. And as far as I know, they just call them the shops. I'm sure they have individual names. This is a nightclub. Torjvan. We're gonna walk in and have a little look-see.
Hello.
And the Viking band is here, and almost nobody else. Except those people. But that's Torjvan, or Torsham, or however they pronounce it. Look at these lights that look like trumpets. I'll give them a thumbs up. Here we can cross over to port and the third store, which is called the Boutique, the Nordic shop. And this is where you have your sunglasses, obviously, and shoes and clothes, some souvenirs. We're heading forward, even books. I know who is ever performing in the theater, they sometimes have their CDs in there, right? Some bathrooms. Wait, you should see the bathroom, or actually listen to the bathroom. Hear the bird sounds? That plays nonstop in the bathrooms. Also, the hand sanitizer here, watch this. It's a spray, and it sprays automatically when you put your hand in there. So we're approaching the showroom, which they call the Star Theater. The Star Theater. Now, their showroom is one level. Old school cruising, one level showroom. This is actually a theater they can close off and watch movies in, I guess. I've not seen them close it off one time, though. This gets full every night. They do 2 shows always. That's the stage. The only issue I have with this is if somebody sits here and you sit there, you're gonna have to look around their head. Okay, it's not slanted enough, and so the sight lines aren't really good. If you sit in the chairs, though, you're up above the person in front of you, but you're blocking them. And here's another theater. So there's 2 theaters on each side that they can close the walls off on and be separate from the showroom.
To formally welcome you to the beautiful Viking Orion. Welcome on board.
Very different. This is showing you the night sky over the ship, where we are at the moment and where we're going to be.
You know, give them a little background. Your hand is in my background. Just, what do you like to do? I like to wear ladies' underwear. Oh, yeah.
Desperate, why don't you come to your senses? Can you feel the love tonight?
Ever since you met, you had a hold on me. It happens to be true. I only wanna be with you. Set me free, why don't you, baby? You never had, why don't you, baby? 'Cause you don't really love me. You just keep me hanging on.
Watch carefully. This is real magic. Why is your microphone louder than mine? Watch carefully. Amazingly. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. Good on that. All right.
Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you put it up. I always get the clothes you wear. You're always window shopping, but never stopping to buy. And when you get the chance,
And there's a bar. I wouldn't have it any other way. Deck 2 is where you get outside, at least one place. This is, most ships would call this the promenade. Oh. It's a little damp on this day. I'm getting hit with water, so it must be a little rainy, but hi. On this deck you go all the way around the ship. Like on many ships, when you get up to the front here, that's the front of the ship, my cabin's right there. When you get up to the front, you're inside. There's no king of the world. There's a window, if you can see in there, and crew only, and another window, and it's brisk out here today. Trust me, brisk. So they've got plenty of extra railing, it looks like. Now we've just crossed from starboard to port, and we're heading aft now. So I'm going to take you down here a little way. But now we're on the port side, and it's just as gray, and the deck is just as wet. So we're going to head to the back of the ship, head aft. If you wanted to go back inside, right there. By the way, jogging track, 4 laps equals 1 mile, which would be 1.6 kilometers. The thing with this deck is it slopes. It slopes down, slopes up, and wherever there's a door, there's a hump. These are life rafts. This is a guy cleaning the life rafts. Life boats, which they also use as tenders. We had to tender in a port so far, and I think we're going to do it again. These are the nicest lifeboats I've ever seen on a ship, but they're brand new. And that's how you get up to them. Of course, they drop them down in the water, and we get on them from down below. Deck 1 or Deck A. Another way in. We're approaching the back of the ship. Stern, aft. This is the dining room. We're on Deck 2. So it's called the restaurant, I should say. It's the main dining room. They call it the restaurant. And you'll notice these are all sliding glass doors, sliding panels. So that one opens. And a swinging door. And this one opens. And this one opens. And so on. Like I said, only on embarkation day have I seen any of those open. So now we're at the back of the ship. Ooh, yeah, it's raining. It's watering my back right now. And so there's our wake. That's where we've been. Normally they'd have all these chairs and there'd be cushions and these metal tables would be out here, but I guess they figure nobody's going to sit out here today in the cold and rain. It's maybe 50 degrees now, I don't know. But now we've crossed back over to starboard and we're heading forward again. So 4 laps, 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers. So that's promenade on Deck 2. I'm not sure they call it the promenade. And more photography. So let's head up to Deck 3. So we're on Deck 3, forward, elevators, stairs. Now, Deck 3 is mostly passenger cabins. My cabin, in fact, is in the front of the ship right there. But it also is the top of the atrium. And the floor slopes down right here. They have a lot of sloping floors in this ship. Up, down, see it slopes back up over there. But this is the top of the atrium. It's on Deck 3. Notice that painting has changed again. And there's actually something there, it's just hard to see. So guest services is right down there. Future cruise is right there. the port side of deck 3 over there. Also cabins. Atrium, piano. The Viking bar is almost underneath me. But this is the only thing not passenger cabins on deck 3. So we're going to go down. Actually, we're going to go up. So we're going to go up to deck 7. Hi. Because 4, 5, and 6 are staterooms only. And then 7, 8, and there's a little 9. So in case I haven't shown that. Up we go. So here we are, deck 7. I have these, which I imagine are reproductions. They tell some story. The World Cafe is on either side. World Cafe. They have the menu for it here, if you need to see it. And this doesn't seem to be working. World Cafe is the buffet. Another spray sanitizer. Did you get that? For lunch they're going to have Caesar salad at the pool grill. We'll go by there later. The World Cafe goes all the way around to the other side. So you can enter on both sides. Hi. They have a lot of food. I walked by it, but we have this coffee maker. So here's the machine. Cups right here. I also have ice, sparkling water, still water, kinds of juice, iced tea. Just push a button. I like to do an espresso and then a latte on top of that, because the lattes are too weak. And not that I don't like a good espresso, but I would have to use this cup if I was having espresso, wouldn't I? So when those lights come back on, we'll push that one. And there's my latte. Makes espresso, lattes, cappuccinos. They have this guy working hard. They have these decorations, lots of tables and chairs. It's breakfast, so we have breakfast here. Some people eat rice for breakfast. We have milk, cereal, breads, rolls, muffins, pastries, fruit, fresh waffle station. I don't really care for their waffles. They're a little thin and hard. We have the omelet station. This guy makes an omelet for you. Hi. Bar. Whoops. But this goes all the way around, horseshoe shaped, right? All the way back up there. Now there's a guy standing up there who said this side is closed, and that's why I came in the way I did. But you could actually enter either way on most days. All glass doors, sliding glass doors, although I've never seen them open one, except on embarkation day. Of course, they wouldn't have it open now because it's kind of cold out there. Let's go back around here. Oh wait. Now I can get out. It looks like they don't want us going all the way out or something. I'm not sure which. Somebody's out here though. But you should see this. We're on deck 7 aft, and this is the infinity pool. What it is a pool with a glass window in it, right? This looks out the back of the ship. And it's hard for me to show without getting in there, so maybe I'll get in there later. And a little hot tub. There's the hot tub, and it is warm. I wouldn't call it hot. And there's the infinity pool. And rather than stairs, they have ladders. Oh, it's warm too. So there you go. I'm in the infinity pool. How do I know? Janet's sitting in the pool. You know, because you can come here to infinity and beyond. Ow, hit my head on it. That is one thick piece of glass or plastic. I don't know if it has to be that thick, but let's go down. Could you see the wave? Try it again. That's the infinity pool. Up there's deck 8, and at the front of the ship you can go to deck 9. Well, they also have these showers with the wands. Right, so let's go back in here and push on. By the way, that's called the Aquavit Terrace, and I believe this is the Aquavit bar. But anyway, we're gonna go forward now on the port side of deck 7.
This is dinner one night in the buffet. And this stuff right here is usually the same. This though they don't have every night. And look at those shrimp. They're huge. I'm telling you, they're huge.
King crab legs. King crab legs. Decorations. And there's a buffet on this side, starboard, and on the port side. And although they have some things alike, they have a lot of things different. On the other side, they have sushi. And here's some dessert items.
Good evening, sir.
Here's this guy, sashimi. Some rolls, pizza. And then if you go around the back here, there's an Asian place. So they have dry dandan noodle. Hi. They have that for display only though. That. And her. And then over here, we got your gelato and sorbet. And more cookies and a chocolate fountain.
Chocolate fountain, my God.
Sodas are free. Wine, beer at dinner is free. More Wellington. So this stuff is the same as the other side. Aye. But then you have your sushi and sashimi. And it's rather good. And of course, lemonade, cranberry juice, apple juice, iced tea, still water, sparkling water, ice, and a cappuccino latte espresso machine. And that's the buffet at dinner. So we're leaving the World Cafe. You should know that this area, you can make restaurant reservations for the other two restaurants, Manfredi's and the Chef's Table. Look at these hand washers, real towels, real soap, bathrooms. So we're on the port side, aft on deck 7, heading forward. There's the elevators. And we go out this way Hi. And this is the pool grill. Now they don't open for a few hours because it's still early in the morning, but you can get these kind of things here. Hamburgers, hot dogs, pulled pork sandwich, and there'll be some other food here. Green stuff. But now we're heading over to Starboard. This is the pool area. And they have a retractable roof, which they almost never open. And this wall is retractable, or should I say it opens, and there's a big movie screen there, so they can do movies. So we're out here by the pool having Italian club sandwich and some beers. And they have some special food out here almost every day. One time it was crabs, one time it was Reuben sandwiches. And this is the pool bar with this guy. Hi. So they have drinks here and everything. You can also go through that door and get out front. In fact, let's do that now. It's going to be cold and windy out here, I think, so sound may suffer. Oh, well, it's cold, not too windy. So there's the World Cafe buffet inside. And we can walk back to the pool. Remember, there was a pool back here, the Aquavit Terrace. And then back around to the other side. Again, it's still early in the morning, so there's not a lot of people out there. We're crossing the Pacific from Vancouver to Tokyo in the morning. Now comes the wind, so I'm gonna turn this off while I press on, but more World Market Cafe. So when I go through this door, I'll be in back of the pool grill. Right? And the hotel manager right there. Hi. And so, remember we were here just a minute ago and we walked over there to the pool bar. So they keep the tables all set up. They keep these lounge chairs all set up. But we'll walk up there in a minute. It's the same on the other side. We're on the port side right now. So, this is the pool area. And we'll walk up. They had a big ceremony here yesterday for crossing the date line.
Being known that said renowned vessel will cross the 180th meridian at 54 degrees 47 minutes north, 180 degrees east and west at 1:30 a.m. this morning, in precisely 12 hours. You will go to sleep on Sunday evening and wake up on Tuesday. One, two, three, four.
They keep towels on all these lounge chairs, and the lounge chairs pull out and they recline. So if they look like, wow, those are short, it's just the way they're made. Retractable roof. Crossing over here. At that end of the pool, there's a hot tub, a long, skinny hot tub. They have the same showers. And a little wooden grill. Now we're back over on starboard. So we're entering the winter garden. Although on the map they call this the lanai, and there's one like it on the other side too. So I'm gonna try, all the doors say pull or push, which makes it convenient. Oh, that swings easily. They're having a meeting up there. But this is the winter garden. This is where they do afternoon tea, among other things. This is also where they have crow statues, or raven statues. And these big tubes, which I believe are just air vents. And another bar. And this is a nice area. Not a retractable roof, but a wooden roof, sorta. But this is maybe the showpiece of the ship, you might say. I don't know. It's a beautiful place to have tea. I can tell you that. So another lanai, as they call it. We're back on the port side. Forward is that way. Now see, this door says push. So I am. Now, we're on deck 7, and deck 7 has some cabins. Just these. They're suites, mostly. I think there's some deluxe verandas in the middle. But for the most part, they're suites. We're going to cross back over. Deck 7, elevator, stairway, that goes up to 8. You can see those tapestries. They have these everywhere. See, it's 48 degrees down there that tell you what's going on. Usually. So, across the international date line, in 2 days we'll be in Russia. Anyway, more bathrooms. Now, somewhere along here is the owner's suite cabin. And I guess it's right here. So there's one cabin here. It's the owner's suite. It goes like fairly long. They have a lot of these kind of photos. And these are of US astronauts. Well, there's Kennedy, Jackie, moon landing. And these are actual photographs, so I don't know if they got them from NASA or what. I mean, who hasn't seen that, right? And then they have this. And they have some lovely black and white photos, especially that guy. So this is Mamson's and the Explorer's Lounge, and they have this fire going on, and they have what feels like real skin, and I think it is. They have them on several of the couches. So if you want to lay on skin and fur, this is the place to do it. They also, I guess that little window there is Mamson's. This is the Explorer's Lounge, and there's that guy waiting to help, and they've got all this food, and in the afternoon it's different food, and it's all pretty good. And then they have the bar. Now this morning, of course, they have coffee and tea. They even have to-go cups. Lots of kinds of tea. Hot water, half and half, regular milk, sparkling water, still water, orange juice. A piano. They do like lectures here sometimes. We're up at the very front of the ship. Let's go out. In a minute, we'll go up those stairs. So that one you push and this one you pull, which is a little awkward, but they have these telescopes and you don't order it. Anyway, it's windy up here and you could probably barely hear me, so I'm yelling at my camera while the people inside there are looking at me like I'm crazy. But there's the bow. If they let you down there, you could be the king of the world, but I haven't seen anybody go down there, so I don't think they want you down there. Remember, it's only 48 degrees, and it's very windy, and I'm wearing a t-shirt. Now, this stairway's uncovered for some reason, but it doesn't go anywhere. So I think it's to get onto the window cleaner. So I'm going to go back in. So this is the Explorer's Lounge, by the way. That's moss, I guess. I have a library of books here. They have these fancy wooden chairs. I haven't seen anybody sit in one yet. Sure. I'll be the first. They actually don't look very comfortable. No, they're actually not too bad. They're Adirondack chairs, kind of. Maybe they're the original. More art, more art. Let's go up those stairs. Up these stairs would be the Explorer's Dome. And that's like a little planetarium with seats that are all reclined, you know, leaning back. Now, we're not going to be able to get in there this morning because they put doors across it. We could go outside here, but you can only go that far because that's somebody's cabin, their balcony. But you can go upstairs here, but we'll go a different way. But you should know that on this side, port side, you can't walk because there's cabins there. I mean, I guess that door would open. Maybe I'm wrong. Yes, I'm wrong. That's where the winter garden was. And they have a phone here. So, all this time I thought you couldn't go that way. That door's sort of hidden though, right? In there is the Explorer's Dome, the planetarium. And they also show 3D movies in there. And that would open up, and there's a door there, and it only seats about 15 people maybe. You need a key to open it. I'm sure I'll have a video of that for you to watch though. Come in those doors, gaze up at the dome. It's got these super fancy chairs. I don't know if that's real leather or not, but they're very comfortable and they lean back. So this side, same thing, door, more books, more moon landing photos, information. Remember, they have an app where you can listen to things about those. Again, that's the owner's suite there, and a stair up. So this is the Explorer's Lounge. It's 2-level, down there and up here. And this gets pretty full of people. People love to look forward. And it even has this old telescope, which maybe works. I don't see anything, but there's really nothing to see out there. Let's go up this way. So now we're going up to deck 9. And on this side of the ship, it's not too bad. Okay, now the wind's picking up. See the dome? Notice the seating. They take these cushions in every night and put them out every morning. This is the dome of the planetarium, or the Explorer's Dome, right? So you can see it's not really big. Not really big at all. So I'm back over on port, and over here, and I don't see it here today, but they have the beanbag toss game, fun bags, cornhole, bago, and they also normally have a bag of bocce balls here, and they have the paddles and balls for a ping pong, or whatever you want to call that, table tennis. Come back over here to starboard. So that's where it was built, Fincantieri. And over here they have a little mini golf course, and it's got these bumps in it. You see that bump there? So it's not flat. And again, normally there's a golf bag there full of balls and clubs, but I guess they haven't put it out yet. And there would also be the sticks and discs for shuffleboard, which they haven't put out. Anyway, so this is deck
9.
Deck
9.
Water. That's where the stairs and elevators are on deck
9.
This is the top of the winter garden right here, and the pool. This is retractable, but only back to here. This would stay covered all the time. There is a deck up there, but I guess they don't want us on it. Anyway, let's go in and go back down. So actually I discovered we're on deck 9. It's deck 10 they don't want you to go to. So the sports deck is deck 9. I forgot we walked up in the Explorers Lounge to 8. 8 is where you get in to the planetarium, the Explorers Dome. 9 is the sports. 7 is the bottom half of the Explorers Dome and Mamson's. And the pool area and the buffet. So now we're on deck 8. Here it is with the roof fully retracted and guys working on the track. Actually not the track, the chain. It's a chain drive. There's the pool down there and the winter garden off in the distance. I think it's tea time, so there'll be people having tea. This is the smoking area. We're on deck 8 starboard, the only smoking area on the ship. And this is one of the first days people have laid out because it's been cold and wet most of the journey. But there's plenty of room. That's the Viking Orion cruise ship. That's a nice, beautiful ship. Small, but beautiful. So this is Gareth from Port Monkeys saying, see you on the high seas. Port Monkeys out. All right, ooh, I'm twirling. Let's go faster. That's confusing. Anyway, see you later. It's passengers against the crew. The officers, I should say. They probably don't like to be called crew. So we got a lot of officers here. And we got Janet who got one in. Now we're throwing from the top of the stairs down. Oh, Janet got 25 points. That's David, our cruise guy. He doesn't want me to have a book.
35. Sorry. Look at that!
I want a book. Here's the final day of Beanbag. Hi. And here's our team from all over the world. Come here on this fateful day. They may take our lives, but they will not take our freedom. That's our room steward.
Now it's starting to clear up.
And he's fabulous.
Worried about the snow. Thanks.
One thing you might do on a Viking cruise ship is play trivia. On every sea day. Trivia, trivia, trivia. With our team, the Port Monkeys. The Monkeys of Port.
Hello, viewers.
And Bremsley, our assistant cruise director. Bremsley. And sometimes with these two, Paul and Catherine. But not today. Hey, I'm Mama. I think we're like in 5th place and this is the last day. So we could come from behind,
They spoil me.
but it's unlikely.